Dallas has just been on a tear. I believe we can attribute that to Jason Robertson. Also, Jake Ottinger, who's really stepped in.
Yeah, so we can compare a rookie QB to a toddler. Hayward's absence for this game will be significant, and I wouldn't be surprised if this game turns into a blowout as of late.
The Golden Knights just can't pull it. I really think the Avalanche are determined this year.
They made so many moves and grabbed so many guys that they have to win a championship or at least make the finals. They were on our championship and bust.
The same self, the only year he won an MVP was the year he cheated, which really should put something against that MVP. But
Yeah, and as a Cowboys fan, I have learned how dangerously good Aaron Rodgers has been with he can just thread a pass.
Hello, I am Ruby Ackerman, and you are listening to Outsider's Opinion with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week. And man, it just got even crazier. And I think we all need to calm down for a little bit just because of how crazy this NFL free agency's been. How do you feel about that, Austin?
I was shocked when I heard that Justin Fields was being traded to the Steelers. I like the trade because it could give them a long-term option, and I do think that he would benefit from not having to be a starter for a year or two. Russell Wilson is an intelligent QB. He's not necessarily been. He was good last year. He was bad the year before, but he was great even before that when he was in Seattle, and he could help teach Justin Fields how to play the right way, how to be a true professional, and learn how to win.
Yeah, I like the trade from both ends. It kind of shows the value because the value wasn't high on Justin Fields, but it's a good idea from the Steelers to be opportunistic to see if Justin Fields can learn. And they, of course, traded Kenny Pickett to the Eagles. It seemed like there was fallout there. They're going with Russ, which we've talked about before. And with Justin Fields, we'll just have to see what happens. But it also gives them an option if Russell Wilson doesn't work out. And I think they have a higher ceiling than when they did with Kenny Pickett. And now, if you want to talk a bit about the Bears, I think this makes their intentions clear. They're going to draft Caleb Williams #1 overall. And I like that move. I think you are higher on Justin Fields than me, but you don't have to dedicate money to your quarterback. You're still unsure about Justin Fields with the Bears, so why not? You're resetting the quarterback clock, and they're doing a better job of setting up their quarterback for success than they did with Fields, because another trade or another thing that happened was the Bears traded for Keenan Allen with a 4th-round pick. Keenan Allen may be injury prone, but I like how you have Keenan Allen, you have DJ Moore, you have DeAndre Swift. They're building their line. I would also, in the later rounds, draft a wide receiver so you have a great offensive repertoire for the young QB so Caleb Williams can achieve what we think he can, because he's still a prospect and you never know what can happen.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that Keenan Allen is injury prone. He's played 10 or more games every year since 2016. He did play 13 this past year, missing 4, and he missed 7 the year before that. But the years before that, 16, 14, 16, 16, 16. So he's consistent enough, and you only really had to give up a 4th-round pick. So I definitely like the trade, and that's basically giving away that. They get that back with Justin Fields if he ends up playing a lot this year with the Steelers. Another big move, a move that I think really secures not only protection for Aaron Rodgers, but rushing abilities for the Jets, is the Tyron Smith hiring. I'm really disappointed with the Cowboys, how they've lost Tyra Biadasz and now Tyron Smith. Their line is, it's, I would say, significantly worse than what it was heading into free agency.
Yeah, Tyron Smith is injury prone, but it is it is sad to see him go from the Cowboys. I wish he could have stayed with the Cowboys forever, but the Cowboys just, I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, their line is hurt. They have struggled without him in the lineup, even though he's dealt with injuries. But it is a good move by the Jets to give pass protection, because he's still a great pass protector. It's just, is he going to be on the field for Aaron Rodgers? And yeah, running ability. He's just a fantastic lineman. He's one of the best. So it's a good move by the Jets. I'm surprised no one pounced on him earlier, but it just shows what the Cowboys could have done, and the Cowboys really are just not focusing on anything. They are too scared to make a move and dedicate themselves. They should just go all in and face the consequences, but Jerry doesn't want to do that, so it's disappointing. And then I'm trying to think of other NFL moves. Oh, we have Chase Young going to the Saints. This is quite because I wouldn't have expected this. Oh yeah, by the way, Chase Young's on his third team before his rookie at the end of his rookie contract or after 5 years
Yeah.
because he went from Washington to the Niners who didn't want to keep him, and now he's going to the Saints. So I hope there's stuff in the tank for him to live up to his potential.
Yeah, I hope so. He was good last year, and I definitely think that he can be a good second option at the end position because they obviously have Cameron Jordan on the other side, so they'll be able to wreak havoc uh, on other teams. And the Saints are known for their defense, at least recently, and so I think this does bolster that. Another interesting trade that I saw was the trade for the Vikings to get the 23rd pick in the draft. They acquired the 23rd pick and the 232nd pick from Houston, and Houston acquired the 42nd pick, the 188th pick, and a 2025 second round pick. What did you think about this trade?
Yeah, so it seems like they now have 2 first round picks in the draft so far. So that could
Yes.
make them make a move. I think people are thinking about JJ McCarthy, but it seems like they're loading up on picks if they want to make a move. So I think we're going to see them make a trade for a quarterback. We'll just have to see. But yeah, no, it seems like they're pushing a lot of their chips and kind of going for it.
Yeah, they will take a QB or sign a QB because they have to regarding the Justin Jefferson situation. I don't think they want to trade him. Uh, he's been the best wide receiver we've seen in a very long time, and they don't want to give that up. But whoever they take in the first round, or if they trade up again and take someone really, really high, will have some level of pressure because they're going to have to come in and start immediately.
Yeah, and then something I just noticed is to go back to the Jets and their tackle situation. The Jets also traded for Morgan Moses from the Ravens, so you're upgrading at tackle. I believe they had a right tackle, but maybe they want to move to guard, or Morgan Moses can fill in for if Tyron Smith misses some games. But it seems like they're upgrading the protection for an Aaron Rodgers coming off a significant injury, as we've talked about. So I just wanted to mention that for the Jets. And then another thing that I wanted to mention was I'm not sure if we talked about Joe Mixon to the Texans.
I don't believe we did, but they're going all in now. Like this is you're not signing Joe Mixon to not make a strong playoff push this season. I think they realize that they're only going to have so many years with CJ Stroud on his rookie contract, and that's when they need to pounce on their potential to make a playoff push.
Yeah, and we talked about weapons for a young quarterback. Joe Mixon's another weapon. And to go back to the weapons for what the Bears are doing, we saw what having a veteran weapon did for CJ Stroud with Dalton Schultz. There was also, oh man, why am I forgetting that wide receiver from? He was on the Titans from the Rams.
Robert Woods.
Robert Woods. But Keenan Allen is better. But it's just like give your guy some weapons, let him ease into the game. And so I really love what the Bears did. We'll have to see what the Steelers do, but it gives them a higher ceiling at quarterback than I think what Kenny Pickett or Mason Rudolph could have offered.
Yeah, I agree.
And a next thing is there's still some free agents out there. You got Mike Williams. There's also Hunter Renfrow. Tre'Davious White is making some visits. So a lot is still left to happen in this crazy offseason.
Yeah, there's still a lot of room for teams to make moves, and now we're kind of getting into preparing for the draft. The draft is about a month away, and it's a month and a week away, so 5 weeks. And now teams are starting to get a sense of, okay, we picked up this player, that leaves a hole here. We lost this player, now we need to upgrade here. So they're all the teams are getting ready for the draft, and this is really an exciting times for teams that have a very high pick.
Yeah, and we'll keep you updated on that. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.